Okay.
watch the cards. So, there are different ways to cut a deck of cards. For example, this is a triple cut, quadruple cuts, and 5-packet display cuts. So basically what you're seeing is actually a form of art with cards. Try a few more. Here's one that rarely anybody gets a chance to see. So I want to do a little. There's a couple little bonus spreads. Alright, so the way to do the first one, this one right here, it's kind of easy. We're going to try a different angle here. Let's try that again. All right, so let's learn how to do that. There we go. Basically, this is actually pretty simple. This trick will not work on a hard surface because in order to flip over the cards, you need a surface with grip. And you could probably do it on carpet or some sort of felt. This right here is velvet. And you could buy a magician mat on eBay. Just basically type magician magic mat, M-A-T. You should be able to find one. Or later on I'll teach you all how to make one. Now, here's the grip. These 3 fingers are going to grab the deck like this. Index finger comes right over this part of the deck. Now all that's happening is when I'm spreading out the cards, my index finger is pushing down. All these fingers are doing are just squaring up the cards to make sure they don't disalign. Now as I'm spreading them out, what I'm doing is I'm rolling off my finger off the cards just like that. You'll see the spread, watch. You see how my finger just kind of rolls right off? What a lot of people do is they make mistakes, they just do that. And I mean, that might work, but it doesn't look as clean. So basically you want to make sure you get and spread all the cards evenly. Now that's the first thing you're going to have to learn. It's just spread out the cards like that. This shouldn't be too hard to learn. With a little bit of practice, you'll be able to get it down. So just remember, just grab the cards like this. And as you spread, you're going to push down on the cards. Not really hard. You're not going to really push down a lot. Just kind of, it's just a little bit of pressure pushing down. And you're going to feel every single card roll off the index finger. Watch. You see? So another thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you have most of the cards on this side and this side. because when it comes time to flip over the cards, you want to make sure that you flip over every single card. And it's good to have them straight in a line. So just keep practicing that. You'll be able to get it down. Now here's what I mean when I say that you have to have most of the cards on this side, because if you spread out more cards on this side than that side, look at what's going to happen. The cards are going to stop right about here when I flip them over. You see? They just tend to stop there. Watch again. Right here, this one will probably work. Yeah. That would not work. And you'll see that there are a lot of cards over here. So that deck is probably going to stop around right here. See? So when you spread out the cards, just make sure that most of the cards are over there. Now it's pretty easy to just flip them over. It's basically, you just going to grab the bottom of the cards and just flip them right over just like that. And you're just going to put pressure. Now the weight of the cards over here are just going to push the rest of the cards over. See? Now to do the spread and the split, you're going to take the cards, same thing I just did, and with your thumb, you're just going to roll it right on the top. This is actually not too hard, because once you flip over the cards, once you grab the cards here, just put your thumb right on that card. You're not going to push down, you're just going to actually feel the cards roll along the thumb. Now don't have it with your tip of the thumb. It's best to have it right here. So you can actually feel the cards rolling off the thumb. See? You could use the index finger too. Now once you get here, it's pretty easy to split them. Just like that. Watch. And just grab them right there. And you can just easily split them. See? And then you can just flip them over. Now you're gonna have to learn how to practice to do that, all that first before you can do the rainbow, horseshoe, U, whatever. Because this one is a little bit difficult and it's kind of hard for me to do it sitting down. Yeah, that's gonna happen sometimes. Now if you notice that happen, that's gonna actually tell you that there's dirt probably in between the cards, or oil from your hands. Usually that happens. And yeah, it's basically the same concept. You're going to want to have more cards on this side than this side. So once you learn how to start spreading out cards, just give it a shot. You know, just basically have the cards parallel, and that's all you're doing, is just spreading the cards and moving your hand right around. Same thing in the beginning. You're going to flip over the cards, and that's going to go right over. So let's try it again, and you'll see what I mean. When you have more cards on this side, same thing is going to happen. Wait, that actually looks pretty good. You can actually tell right away. No, that's not going to work. You can tell right away what's going to work, what is, what isn't. All right, see, there it is. More cards on this side than that side, and see, just stops. So with just a little bit of practice, you'll be able to get it down. Won't be too hard to learn. All right, so the way to do this spread is basically going to do the same thing. Now, if you have a big hand, you can spread it a little bit bigger, but if you have a small hand, you don't need that big of a spread. It's basically something like that. Now here, when you bring the cards about right there, your palm, the very bottom of your palm is going to contact this part of the cards. Your fingers are going to contact these part of the cards. Same thing with this hand on this side. You're basically just going to grab them all together like that. Now, if you have a big hand, you can do a bigger spread. And if the spread is a little bit too long, you can always adjust it. Right here, this one's pretty good for my hand. Let me try it again. I'll try a bigger spread. So that's already a bit too long for me. You can always adjust it. So for example, here I'm always holding it with my thumb. Basically, I come back and grab the cards with this palm and this palm. And here, I just kind of grab them all and push the cards a little bit forward until I can grab the very end of these cards back over here. And right there, I can pick it up. You can show the cards. Now, to close them, here's what's going to happen. You're going to pull the cards this way. And what's going to happen is all the cards are going to collapse towards the middle. But you can actually, it's a little bit difficult, but you just kind of jerk them this way. You're going to try to catch them like that. Let's try that again. We'll make it a little bit smaller. All right. Now here you can do a small spread. Now if you're going to capture the cards, it's a good way to practice it with the cards face up, and you can grab them like that, or you can see how they'll want to spread in together. All right. You can make a smaller one. Same thing. Bring it up, and you'll feel that motion of the cards just coming in all together. A little bit of practice, but you should be able to get it down. And then if you do it sideways, just jerk it back. You'll be able to catch them. Try to show you the front view. See. We'll try to show you from this angle here. So there's the spread. Just all you got to do is just keep holding on to these cards. Now I usually use my index finger, and then I'll transfer it to my thumb. And right here you can see my hands just coming in together. Right here, transfer the thumb. You can see my palm contacting the cards. Just grab them all. Now, if you happen to miss a couple, it's all right. It's happened to me. I've dropped a couple of cards while trying to do the spread for people. And when you can show all the angles. It looks pretty cool. And once you have this part, same thing I was just showing you. See, there goes those cards. You're just gonna grab them all. All you're gonna do is just pinch them all like that together. Come back around, spread them out. A little bit of practice, guaranteed you'll be able to get it down. Shouldn't be a problem. But hope you have fun with those spreads. And I'll get more into details on how to do the Faro shuffle, what I was doing earlier. Now here, might as well just break it down. You're gonna grab half the cards, And you're going to push the corners in together right here. Basically, you're going to bring the corners up and just kind of let them weave into each other. Have the cards. Now right here, you got these grips. These fingers are here, thumb is up here. All you're doing is grabbing the cards like this. This corner and that corner come together like that. Now look at what happens. As you can see, I'm pushing the cards like that. And we just keep pushing and just kind of weave them around, just kind of like squeeze them, move them around like this, or squeeze them together. You'll notice that the cards are going to start wanting to come. See, there it is. They can start coming together like that. And once you get all the cards in, just bring all the cards together. Right here, you're going to grab this section, and your hand is going to grab all the cards like that. Now, as you're pushing these cards down, this index finger is going to push up, or just basically hold on to these cards. And right there, you can let go of your index finger. What's going to happen? They're going to start to shuffle. So do that again. And you don't have to do it up. It's just showing. Here you usually do it down. One more time from this angle. Well, that's a little bit of a detail on the Faro shuffle. Now, you can do the Faro once you get it in, just like that. And you pull all the cards in. You can grab all the cards like this, and then do a spread. And you can do the, once you learn how to do the spread, you'll be able to get this one down. It's not big of a deal. So try that again. Same thing with the spreads. When you bring all the cards in together like that, same thing that I was showing you earlier, just push them all in. Shuffle them all like that. It's a good little flourish, cardistry. And also you can do the split, same thing. Now when you're doing that spread, you don't want to have the cards just barely touching the borders. You want to push them in. At least you can see right there. At least up to here, around this much. Now if you have them all the way out here, the spread's not going to look too good. See? Try that again. If you can't get this Faro shuffle down, just keep practicing. Usually that's what I do, is tap the cards, because if they're uneven like this, you're gonna have a hard time. So you want to have them pretty much squared right there. Now push them all the way in. And right there should be a good spread. once again, all you got to do is just practice, and the more you practice, the better you get, and you'll be able to get it down with no problem. This is a pretty easy flourish or cardistry. Hope you have fun with that. Next time I'll be showing how to do more flourishes, and stay tuned. Thanks for watching.